Hey guys, so it has been a little while. I wanted to do a plant tour like every month of this year. It's towards the end of the month. I'm a little late because my old phone didn't have any storage and I'm just doing this off of my phone. So I have a new phone now. So hopefully the quality will be better and I'll be able to take a little bit longer of a video. Hopefully it's not broken up into two parts. We'll see how that goes. But I wanted to do like a February houseplant tour. I've gotten a lot of new plants. I can't even keep up with what I had in my last video compared to what I'm gonna have in this one. So, we're just gonna kind of go through and I'm just gonna show you some of the new stuff that I think I got and kind of how other things have been doing since my last video. So I'm gonna switch you guys around and I'm gonna start this off. So up here, these are my 3 Dracena that I planted together in one pot. I totally forgot the names of them, but I wanted to do like 3 different colors. This one here, I think is like something lime. I don't really remember what this one is. This white bird something. And then there's this one here. I wanted to have just like a contrast in colors. I have this little light from, it was like for an aquarium. I'm pretty sure it provides enough spectrum for plant growth. We'll see. So far the plants are doing okay. So I have that up there. And then I newly purchased from Telly's greenhouse this Ficus Green Island, I believe. I got these 2 pots from Walmart recently. I really like Ficus, so that just caught my eye. So I have that, and then I also got this variegated peace lily. Really cool leaves. They actually have like texture to the leaves. So I thought that was really neat. It was like the last one at Telly's and I had to have it. And then I also got this Ficus Audrey from there. It looks like it was started off as like a cutting and it's about maybe 4 to 5 inches tall. Okay, and then I have this Ficus. I totally forgot which one it is. Very sensitive, very delicate, and will, if any of the conditions change, it will just start dropping leaves like crazy. So I have to be really careful with that one. I have my English ivy here all split up. They're not really doing that great. They kind of shedded a lot of leaves towards the bottom of the plant. I don't really know why that is, so if you guys know, please let me know, but the ends of the plants are doing really well. I have an Algerian ivy variegated, really cool, that I got from Telly's. I just thought the leaves were like really neat with all the different variegation. I have a marble queen pothos here. And then these are 2 cuttings from my Philodendron Brazil, which is up here, still hanging. And it's getting a little bit fuller as time goes on because I cut it back in the summer. I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but I had it going for like a good almost 4 years before I trimmed it back. And I ended up with a few vines that were about 26, 27 feet long. So that was really cool and interesting, but it started to kind of like break apart on its own. So I think it was like striving for nutrients or something, but now it's kind of filling back out and I took some cuttings just in case. I have my Staghorn Fern here that I put in cork. It's actually doing really well. So that's this little corner of my room. And these I just actually potted up today, like literally a few minutes ago. So then I'm gonna take you guys over here. And we have my rack full of plants. We'll start at the bottom. Back there's my Chinese evergreen, doing really well. It gets some lower light and it's thriving down here. I have my 2 Sansevieria. I haven't really noticed any new growth, but they're not in enough light probably to speed up that process. And then I have my Norfolk Island pine back here. It was all together. The 3 different stems were all together in my last video, but I decided to separate them because they were kind of leaning and I wanted them to grow more vertical. So that's those back there. This shelf, there's some new plants, but we'll start over here. That back there is a Calathea Rosa Picta, I believe. It had quite a few leaves. I rescued it from a nursery and it dropped everything except for the 1 leaf. And I'm just kind of waiting to see if it comes back. This here is dead, pretty much. Gonna be ripping this out. It's an Aurelia, and it had like 4 individual plants in the pot, and they all of a sudden drooped and crisped up. And I tried to save the last piece, but it's not doing well, clearly. And I have a bunch of pieces of my Artesia that you guys will see just kind of like spread around. I separated it all because I didn't want it to get too overcrowded. This is my Alocasia Lauterbachii. It's got a new leaf coming up in the middle. I have my Alocasia Zebrina back here. This one also has a new leaf coming up. There's my Calathea White Fusion. Next to it is my Stromanthe Trio Star. I have I think it's a Philodendron Little Hope. It's actually got a new leaf coming up, doing really well. In front of it here, there's my Bantel's Sensation Sansevieria, not doing the greatest. Of course, one of my favorite snake plants, and it's not really doing too well. This is my Thai Constellation Monstera, and I'm surprised that it's still with me, because when I got it, it seemed okay, and then it drooped back pretty crazy, and then it finally perked back up. I just kind of left it in the soil and kind of let it stay on the drier side and gave it just a little bit of water here and there, and it seems to be doing okay. It's stabilized right now. Down here I have my String of Hearts, which has got some growth on it, but the variegated version of it seems to grow a lot slower, and I've heard that from some other people as well. Right here with those dark leaves, that is a Colocasia teacup, I think it's called. And when I got it, it died back to nothing, and then all these leaves shot up. And I just love how dark green they are. And you can see the veins, which is really cool. In front of that, sorry, I have like plants everywhere. This is my, oh, let me move here. This is my Colocasia Black Coral, I think. Again, this one died back to just stumps, basically, and then shot out some new leaves. I have a fiddly fig cutting, I guess you could call it. It was actually a piece that broke off of my main plant, and it's growing back there. It was a free little plant that came with other plants that I ordered. It's some sort of shrub type, like berry type shrub. Then I have another Aurelia. I really like Aurelia. I found this one at a nursery, and I thought it was really cool because of the shapes of the leaves. They almost look like they remind me of oak leaves almost, but they have this weird kind of like twist to them when they start growing out. I just thought it was really neat. I have another Aurelia here. I think it's a false Aurelia. And then I have another Alocasia Zebrina here that was mistaken. I ordered it. It was supposed to be a stingray, and it wasn't. But that's another story. This here is my first peperoma. You guys, I got a peperomia besides the pilea. Yeah, I think this is one of the most basic ones too, but I just thought it was cool with the stripes on it. But yeah. And then that's that row there. I have my curly spider plant. I think it's called Bonnie spider plant. I just thought it was really cool. Don't really like the traditional spider plant. I just think it kind of looks dated and kind of almost looks like dried out, like it's dying basically. So I thought the curly one was really neat. It's got some babies on it, growing like crazy. Up here, I actually found this. Someone said it was Spanish moss. Whatever it is, it's really cool. And I just thought it was something neat to have hanging up here. It's like really soft. It feels like felt. This is dead, so that's great. I have to take care of that. This here is a goldfish plant, and then I have a little parlor palm. I have my string of pearls back here. Polka dot plant, and you can see a fungus gnat flying around. We all know the struggle with that. A Croton, which I ordered, and it arrived in the mail just like that. There's some green in the stem still, so I'm waiting to see if it possibly comes back. I have this purple oxalis that I got that was blooming already. Really, really neat. And then my pink princess philodendron here, which has just one leaf on it right now, and it's got like a little sprig growing up right here. In the back is my 3 poinsettia plants that are reblooming after I cut them back. I thought I was going to get more green growth off of them, but they decided to actually rebloom. So yeah, I have an actual living croton here with really cool colors on it. I'm hoping this is enough light. It's right under a grow light to keep that color. A bunch of my Artesia that I split up here. This is my Hawaiian snowbush that I think I want to keep kind of like in a bonsai type design. Thought that was really neat. I have my the silver satin pothos, which is trailing down here. Has a new leaf on it. Another Aurelia, of course, why not? And my Pilea, which is doing pretty well, growing really slow though. So yeah, so that's that shelf right there. And then up here, I have my ZZ plant, which hasn't put off any new shoots for me yet. And then I also have my Raven ZZ plant. I have 2 pieces of it that are doing really, really well. This one in the front here has got this new shoot coming off of it, and it just gets taller every day. This one in the back is kind of, it almost seems like it's like dormant. It hasn't really changed. There's a new shoot that's like waiting to open up, basically. In the front, I have another curly spider plant. I just love them and saw that it was cheap, so I had to pick it up. Right here is my fiddly fig that I actually ordered, and it was snapped at the top, and it put off a couple new leaves, and it looks like it's gonna start growing again. It like stopped for a little while, and now it's gonna start up again, which is cool. I have my Alocasia Tiny Dancers right here, just doing well. My regular Monstera deliciosa, no splits yet, plant's too small. And back, sorry, it's like a jungle, you guys, I have way too many. Hoarding is not even the word for it. I have my aloe plant back here with a bunch of shoots coming up. There's my Alocasia amazonica back here. doing really well. This cute little cactus that my friend got me for Christmas. I have my Khalifa Beauty Star up here, doing really well. Okay, this is my Stingray Alocasia. Look how I have this plant, you guys, in a little bit of water. So all the main leaves died back, except that one. And I pulled it out of the soil because it was all rotting and stuck it in a little bit of water, and it's doing so much better now. And it actually is putting off a new little leaf right there. So I got lucky with that. Back here are my two birds of paradise, putting off a couple new leaves. I have my whalefin sansevieria, doing really well. And Phalaenopsis orchid back there. So that is the top rack. And then I'll just kind of do a quick overview. It's so crowded, you guys. Like, who am I? But yeah. And then the last little section is over here. I just recently got my Calathea orbifolia, and it's got 4 leaves that are unfurling. I have it literally right underneath my humidifier to try to help keep the humidity on it. And then this is my crested gecko terrarium. I have a crocodile fern in the back, a little bird's nest fern, the crispy wave they call it, mahogany fern, red, pink, and white of the polka dot plant. Here is a Dracena that the top half of the plant rotted off, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just stick it in here and see what happens. A maidenhair fern, which died back to just a few fronds on it, and I potted it in a pot and put it in here to see if the humidity would help and see what happens, see if it'll come back. In the back, I have a golden pothos. So there's that, and then I just have my bamboo here next to my little tank with live plants in it. But yeah, that is about it. I'm sure there's going to be more plants to come. Let me switch you guys around. So yeah, that's it right now. I feel like I got more, but I guess I didn't. So that's kind of disturbing a little bit, but I definitely want to do like a tour video every month. If you guys want me to do any specifics on any of the plants, or like do videos focusing on just certain ones or something like that, or any of my techniques that I do or use, or you have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to do videos on that. But other than that, yeah, that's my February houseplant tour of a hoarding mess of plants. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to post more videos coming up soon. I wanted to do a video every week, but work's been crazy. I've been super exhausted, and with my phone crashing basically, that didn't help any matters, but I've had my new one for a couple weeks now, so that helps out a lot. So I'm gonna try to bring you guys some more videos. But other than that, that ends my houseplant tour for February. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And I will be back with another one, hopefully. See you guys.